Alright, let's land do the easiest piece first. That would be a pulled seam, this coat right here. Just going to put that in, stitch it, right through the fleece and everything, right through the liner and everything. Just stitch it in place, get it down, and then that's dealt with. Move on to the more difficult part after that, which is the bottoms of these sleeves, which are torn to shit. Okay. This should be simple. Let's see if it turns out to be. Probably going to turn out to be a pain in my dick, but we'll give it a shot. Because if it isn't simple, the fabric's still there, that's good. If it turns out to not be a simple job, then the other option would be to actually take the whole coat apart, which I'm not up for. Work inside the liner. Let's get that up a little bit higher, use the knee bar, raise the knee bar on these machines. I'll point that out to you. So you can raise and lower the foot, the presser foot, by this little switch here. If you need the presser foot up higher, there's this beast. That's the knee bar. You push it, and the foot goes higher than it's supposed to when it's up. See if it focuses that time there. See? That's up already. You push the knee bar, you get an extra 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. So you can put heavier and bigger pieces underneath. But let's see if this stitch works out. Line it up, lay it flat, lift the knee bar, get it past that zipper. There. And we're just going to do this slow. Slow and easy, the lazy way. Close this gap. One. Let's reverse that. Get my back stitch in. This is all going to be hand spin, just for the sake of ease of my brain. I hope most of these stitches are taking, because if they're not, it's going to piss me off. I think it's going to piss me off. I am of that general opinion right now. There's the entire length of it. Back stitch. For fuck's sakes. Oh yeah, that fucking worked. Okay. Try it one more time. Look at that. Fucking bullshit. First 3 took and that's it. But at least it started. A couple took there too, so we got it held in place while we work. Since it's already back stitched, I do not have to deal backstitching it again. Just gonna put it in there, pop it down. Same thing, use the knee bar to lift the last little bit, drop it, drop the foot. I think I might have forgotten to drop the foot that last round. That would explain why it wasn't, the stitches weren't taking. Oh, now they're hooking up. That's good. I wasn't quite done. What is pulling it? Nothing. It's actually taking, is it? Fuck, I hope so. The stitch is holding. It in fact looks like they are. Good. I'm going to do this shit again. So there's the easiest part of this repair. You can see it goes through this elastic piece on the liner, but that's fine. It's just at the top of the collar. It's going to hold up nice. Stitching matches the stitching on the rest of the garment. There we go. First of several repairs. I'll get ready for the next one. So, working on this other coat now. I opened up the seam of the sleeve to be able to work on all the damage on the flats. We got these little holes here, a couple of these. Found a good way to deal with those. You pin a patch to the back of them. Well, I'll show you how to do, once you pin a flat patch to the back of them, put them under the foot. You don't have to actually stitch a circle or square or follow the line of the material in any real way. Just watch. Okay? Forward a few. Well, we'll do our back stitch to the start. But forward a few. Turn it a bit. It's the way we work with nylon webbing. Reverse a few stitches. Turn it a bit again. Same thing, forward, back, just to get a general coverage of it. Just get it done that way. Pull the pins out, because it'll hold itself in place. And turn 90 degrees. Same thing in the other couple of directions. Turn it a little bit. Back it up. Turn a little bit. This fabric is actually pretty decayed, would be the best word for it. That actually covers it pretty well, so. Back stitch at the start and end. Let's see how that works out. So I can find a formulaic way of doing this. Make the process of all these different repairs a little easier. Yeah, I think that covers it pretty good. Doesn't look bad from the back. Looks good from the front. I'll keep going on that vein, and another one there. For these little holes here, but the bigger pieces I'm just going to stitch in a new plate where all that damage is to the, well, you can see all the damages along the seam. So I'm going to put in a new plate of material in there, just to cover the whole thing. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's, well, I'll show you what it looks like and how to close it when it's done. Once I get all these little ones finished. Oh, that one's going to be pretty bad. Can't do anything for that. Okay. Yeah. So, did what I could on this jacket. In all honesty, I think make it last a little longer. But getting a good look at it, the fabric is actually rotten across the cuff here and in a number of other places. So I put a piece of fabric behind both sides, reinforced did a nice double stitch on the seam there to reinforce it, cleaned up the cuffs as best as possible. But when I went to push the fabric into the seam of the cuff, it just tore. It's rotten. Same on this side. Did what I could, which unfortunately isn't nearly enough to make it perfect again. But I did what I could. Hopefully that's good enough for the client. That one little hole patch there, got the seam stitched back up on the top. So it's all well and good. You know, it's just a repair. To be dead honest, it is a nice design, it is a nice pattern and a nice jacket. I can see why she wants to keep it. It's old school. They don't make these things anymore and haven't for 20 years. Probably longer. And that's probably why this thing's in as bad a shape as it is. I mean, it's beat. To fully repair it, restore it, it'd be like the ship of Theseus. I'd have to take it down to right down to base pieces and replace probably more than half the individual panels. So I'm not about to do that. That would cost her more than this thing is worth. So repair it, make it last a little longer, and hopefully she's happy with it. I'll let her know everything's done, and next time we'll get back on these kilts and put waistbands on them.